welcome back to another video. If you are new here, hi, my name is Jazz, and if you are not new here, welcome back. All right, so today I had tons of questions on how I waved my hair. So in the last video, my hair was like wavy. I don't know if this is like technically a waver or a crimper. I think it's a triple barrel waver. So I think it's waving my hair. And then on Instagram too, lots of questions. So I'm gonna do that for y'all today. So I have my waver. It is warmed up. I got this from Sally's Beauty Supply. So that's where I got this. I will see if I can find a link. I got this a couple years ago, so if it doesn't look exactly like that, I'm sure that they have one that's similar now. I have my little claw clip. I love this gold claw clip. This is like my favorite clip that I use. And I also have like a little gold butterfly one that I really like. And then I have my coffee. And I have it in a shaker bottle because I have a protein coffee. And I will also link my protein coffee below because it is the bomb. So let's go ahead and dive right in.
Also, if y'all see me not looking at the camera, I have a big old mirror in front of me, so I don't want to burn myself, so I need to also look at the mirror.
I really don't have a method to my madness. I just do this from the sense of I kind of just like go everywhere and I do kind of different directions. So I'll try my best to explain this, but I feel like when you first get done waving your hair, it looks a little
weird. Looks a little weird.
When it has time to like fall a little bit, if that makes sense. Like just like your curls would fall, these fall a little bit too. They hold their shape more, but when your curls fall, that's kind of like what I mean by that. So I always stop at the top.
Okay.
I just take, and I try not to get it too close to my scalp because I have burned myself before and it's not very pleasant. And I just hold it for a few seconds, and as you can see, we got a nice little wave there. And I just try to follow the pattern. Sometimes I do the ends, sometimes I don't. By my face, I don't. So yeah, we got a little wave there and it looks crazy. Like when you're doing this, you're like, how the flip is this supposed to look good? But it does. So like this time I'm kind of like, instead of holding it like this, I kind of just alternate almost. I just do it randomly. I don't have a method. I do it different probably every single time. But I just like to do that. And then I just try to follow the pattern. And I just take big old chunks and I just do it. And I don't know, I feel like it just kind of helps. Maybe. I don't know. But like, if you get too close to your scalp, you can for sure feel it, because I felt like on that one, I was a little too close to my scalp. Last time, I feel like I burnt my scalp so bad. Especially like with these back pieces. So like, I'm having a hard time seeing this back. See, I'm like too close to my scalp right there. So occasionally you will feel the heat. And I try not to hold it like too long, but that's what the bottom layer is kind of looking like. And then I just kind of go under and I just try to like flick this up, and then I just clamp down randomly just to get those under pieces, because honestly no one really sees them, so it doesn't really matter. But I just do like a little something there. And then that is the first side. This trick on TikTok where this girl, she did like a couple layers, and she had pretty short hair, where she alternated layers between curling and then crimping, and it turned out so cute. And I tried it once and it was so cute. And I loved it. It turned out super cute. But we're not doing that today. We're just waving. I feel like sometimes, like, for example, like these turned out like a little bit better than these. So I don't know. They don't always look the same. I guess like horizontal and vertical, I guess would be the right terminology to use for this. So sometimes I go vertical and sometimes I go horizontal. I almost forgot the words. And sometimes I don't always line it like directly up to where that wave is because I feel like it just adds like more texture. But again, be careful because I for sure burnt my scalp last time I did this and it was not fun. It did not feel good. And I did it like a ton of times. And like I said, I just kind of like used the bottom of this, which is hot. It's not super hot, but it's hot. To kind of just like fish out those like bottom layers, and then I just crimp them. And I don't really look at those ones. I mean, I just find where it's straight. Like right now, there's like these little back guys. And I'm just grabbing them. That is what the bottom layer looks like. And I try to get it like semi close to my scalp on the bottom because it allows the more layers that you do to like sit on top of them and give you like such good volume. So last night I was going to film this, FYI. I was going to film this last night, but it was so dark, it was so rainy, it was so gloomy, and I just was like not in a happy mood. And I was good, I was fine, but I just wasn't happy and I wasn't feeling the video. So I went and got my nails done. I love them. Oops, sorry. They were orange before, but they were pretty grown out. So I changed them and I just did black French tips. I really like the French tips, but I don't like them to be white really necessarily anymore. I like them to be black, so they look so good. And I feel like they look so good with my tattoos. This way, horizontal with these. So for the next layer, I'm gonna try to do it vertically, just so that they sit a little bit differently on top of each other, if that makes sense. Because it creates just like a little bit more volume, I think. And then it creates like a little bit more dimension, like as almost if like you were curling your hair. See, like you can kind of tell the difference a little bit between those two waves, I feel. Maybe it's just in my head. Maybe you can't even tell a difference, but that's how I feel in my head, so that I can tell a difference. But yeah, I'm just kind of alternating different motions here and there, just kind of how I see fit. Like sometimes I'll do it horizontally like a few times, and sometimes I'll do it vertically a few times. Sometimes I'll go all the way to the end. Sometimes I won't. I honest to God just don't really have, oh, that one's too close to my scalp. I immediately felt that. Yeah, I don't really have like a necessarily like a solid method. But my hair feels really, really good right now. I think that it always like curling or crimping your hair or waving it or whatever, I feel like it always looks better on slightly dirty hair because you have like a little bit more texture to work with at that point. So these might fall actually pretty quick. See, and like I just see the bottoms of these sometimes and I just go through and I just like clamp the bottom for like how I want it. So yeah, that's what it's looking like right now. Cause I'm just like chilling on the floor right now in front of my mirror.
There's like a delivery guy that's getting ready to come up to this and he's gonna see me filming with my ring light. Because a lot of times they knock on the door. He's just gonna see me just doing this. Like, I just won't make eye contact. Oh God, no.
And I always use texture spray afterwards too. Kristen S texture spray, the best texture spray in the world. I I love that texture spray. That's like my favorite texture spray. You can find it at Target. I feel like my neck's gonna be like creaked like this half this video. But I have short hair. I don't have like long, beautiful mermaid hair where I can just keep my head in one position. And this is just how I do my hair normally, you know? This part starts to get a little tricky because the back I usually do in like really thick chunks. So I don't really know what's going on back here. So I just kind of grab it and look. So yeah. Yesterday was the first day of fall, which is exciting. I was actually able to wear a legitimate fall outfit because it was 55 here because it was so rainy and so gloomy. So that was cool. Loved that for me. And then today I think it's gonna be like, I don't know what it's gonna be today, but I think it's gonna be like in the 70s. Okay, so I parted my hair down the middle. So I don't really know how this is going to work out for me. Like what I'm gonna do is I usually just kind of slightly part it to the side with this style. And then what I do for the top is I actually go this way, more so, at least in the front pieces, so that it just gives it like a little bit more volume and it sits differently. And it just, yeah, I feel like it just works better. And see what I'm gonna do is like I said, sometimes I do like little layers and little sections. I'm gonna have all of these, like these two little pieces that I do, I'm gonna have them be as close to the scalp as I can handle, which I think I did a perfect job on that one. And I'm just going to put them all horizontally. And it'll give the top pieces something to kind of like lay on to give it a little bit more va-va-voom. You see that little piece? It's like, it's giving it something to sit on. I can take this dude. I'm probably just gonna see, I don't really have a method. Like some pieces I grab are thicker and I just kind of do it to experiment because I don't use this often. Like I can't even remember the last time that I legit crimped my hair. I keep saying crimped, waved my hair, whatever. I cannot remember the last time I did that. I just realized how bad would it suck if I wasn't even recording this whole time and I was just like talking to myself. That would be awkward. That would be really awkward. But I just double checked to make sure I was still recording. But yeah, usually with these top pieces, I just kind of just go for it and just try to make sure that they're laying good. What's nice is that my hair is so soft and so clean that they're going to fall quicker. So I don't recommend doing this on like less than 12-hour-old hair. Unless you're one of those people that washes your hair every day, then go for it. They will just fall quickly. More quickly. I don't know. So since this is going to kind of like sit on top of something, I wanted to give volume, so I'm going horizontal again. So yeah, no method. I feel like I've repeated that like 4 times in this video, but I want to make it like super clear. That I feel like with, especially like waving your hair, you really can't go wrong. I mean, you probably could, but the nice thing is that just like curls, these fall and you can always redo them. Also, when I get to the back, like, I hold it up so that I can, like, try to follow the pattern as much as possible. And I feel like right now I look like a poodle. Ah, I messed up. I'm just gonna crimp. I keep saying crimp. That's because that's what I feel like this is. I know crimps are smaller, and this is called a triple barrel waver, but like I feel like if I kept my hair parted down the middle, I would look like a Cocker Spaniel.
All right, I cannot get comfortable. I'm fidgeting, I'm sorry.
I still have some straight hair here that I'm gonna like flip over here, so I'm just kind of giving it something to lay on, some nice volume. Nice volume. And there is no method to my madness. There is no method to my madness. Do y'all see that? Like these like bumps at the top? That is going to make the hair sit so freaking perfect. Wow, look at that. Look at that volume. So great. So this is like the last piece, and I go vertical with like all the pieces that are like I'm holding it. I don't know. It's like I'm still holding it horizontally, but like if it makes sense the way that I'm doing this is kind of like that. And then I just kind of go through, and this is what I'm saying, y'all. Like it looks wild when I first go through it. And like my hair was parted down the middle, so it needs a minute to process the new way that it is going. I mean, who knows? Maybe I'll keep it parted down the middle. I don't really think that I want to though. No. Definitely going to be having it at least like kind of. And I just kind of go through, like once I kind of brush through it a little bit, I just kind of like randomly will clamp down in these little spots. And sometimes I will notice, especially like once I brush it all out, I don't know why I just did that. It's magic. It's my magic method. Sometimes I'll just, see, I don't know why I'm shaking it. Don't at me. Don't come for me. I don't know why I'm doing that. I just feel like it works. I don't know. But yeah, I think that this is as good as it's gonna get for right now. I just kind of go through and touch up like little pieces that I just want like a little bit more definition with. That is how I wave my hair. It really helps to brush it out. In probably about like 2 hours, this will have fallen a little bit and kind of take more of a shape, rather than it just like kind of whatever being a little bit poofy. So yeah, trust the process. I like to use some texture spray after I do this, but it is upstairs, so I am going to use the texture spray, and all that does is it just kind of holds it in place a little bit, and then it just kind of like pulls a little bit of these pieces out, so they just sit a little bit differently. But yeah, that is how I curl my hair. I hope you guys enjoyed this super chatty how I wave my hair. Hopefully it made sense to you. I will link some of the things that I talked about in the beginning, and I will try to see if I can find one similar to this. I'll link a couple if I can't find the exact one that I'm using. Hopefully I can find the exact one that I'm using. But even, oh, the brand's right there, never mind. I was about to say even the brand's rubbed off, but it's right there. So yeah, I will link everything down below that I can. If not, I will link similar products. And I hope you guys enjoyed this. Trust the process. There's no method to the madness. That's what we learned today. But thank you guys for watching. Let me know down in the comment box what you would love to see next from me. And I love you all. Thanks. Bye.